YouTube, it's Chelser the Destroyer, and we are going to learn about America's secret underground cheese bunkers. So grab your snacky, grab your bevy, let me know what you're eating in or drinking down below. What's your favorite cheese? I like a sharp white cheddar. And if it's fried, I like mozzarella. Anyway, what's your favorite cheese? Let me know. And let's get to watching.
This has almost nothing to do with the U.S. military, but it's so ridiculous I can't not talk about it.
It's about the government.
Today we're talking about America's strategic cheese reserve. Yeah, if you didn't know, the United States currently has over 500 underground cave warehouses spanning across 35 different states, the largest of which is underneath Springfield, Missouri, where America, as of August 2022, currently hoards 1.5 billion pounds of cheese.
Pretty sure this is because we're buying it so it doesn't lose value or something. I mean, I'm sure he's going to explain why, but I'm pretty sure that's why.
And just for the record, I realize I'm uploading this video very close to April Fool's Day. This is not an April Fool's joke. I am 100% serious.
My dude, I'm watching this on September 25th. So no worries.
El Dorado is real and Uncle Sam made it out of cheese.
Look, El Dorado, the city of gold.
And I know what you're thinking.
And cheese. Also, nowadays, I'm pretty sure yellow cheese is just yellow additives. Like, it's just color additives, which is why I have weird feelings about yellow cheese now. It used to be because we fed cows. I forget what they ate, but it made the cheese have a yellow tint to it. Pretty sure now we just add additive flavor, like colors. I don't know.
Right now, you're like, wow, that's a cool little factoid. I can't wait to share that with my buddy at the bar one day. But no, this is going to infect your thoughts for the rest of your life. You're never going to see the world through the same lens ever again. I mean, for example, let's just say you're at home watching The Walking Dead. You're going to come to the realization there'd be way more fucking cheese in the apocalypse.
There's a cheese bunker, Carl. That's some Gouda news. Get the fuck out of here.
Than that, okay? You're never going to be able to watch Mad Max again without thinking about cheese. You have to come to the terrifying realization that you live in a world where there is a greater than 0% chance that one of these underground cheese caves gets mistaken for a government facility and gets nuked in World War III, and we're going to have to deal with a radioactive tsunami wave of nacho cheese. And this is real life. So I asked myself one question: how on earth did America get to this point? Because
my favorite type of nacho cheese is that cheap stuff that you get at freaking, like, ballparks, like sports stuff. Oh my God. Cheap nacho cheese from sporting events. Are you really at a sporting event if they don't have cheap nachos that are overpriced? Like, they're cheap because the ingredients are cheap, but they're overpriced. Love that. It's like crack.
I know it didn't happen overnight, and what I found was the craziest real-world example of a butterfly effect that I have ever seen. And believe it or not, it all actually ties back in with last week's video of the...
I'll watch that one eventually, too. Don't you even worry about it. Snackies? Hell yeah.
Ice cream ships of World War II. If you missed that, the super abbreviated version, basically the U.S. government banned...
Buddy, I don't want to hear the super abbreviated version. I probably should have watched that one first. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna skip ahead. Should have watched that one first. Didn't. We're watching cheese. I'm a white woman. I love cheese.
Speaking. As I'm sure you can imagine, this would drive up dairy consumption.
Oh my God, fried cheese curds? Yes.
And combine that with the fact that the 30s and 40s is when refrigeration would become readily accessible, meant that for the first time in human history, there was such a demand for dairy products that farmers could exclusively become dairy farmers, meaning that this would be the birth of the entire dairy industry. And honestly, it worked out great, right up until it didn't in 1949.
Oh, wait. Favorite cheese is curds because it's essentially considered inedible outside of being in a poutine. Incorrect. They fry that shit now. Like, instead of like little fried mozzarella sticks, you got fried cheese curds. And that's so good.
Industry. And honestly, it worked out great, right up until it didn't in 1949. 1949, 4 years after World War II, the American military is downsized, there's not an entire horde of young men eating 10,000 calories a day, and America's not exporting anywhere near as much food to other countries for war relief, meant that there was a decrease in dairy consumption, or a dip in the dairy market. As this became a bigger and bigger problem, the government had to step in because they weren't about to let the entire dairy industry implode, because, I mean, let's face it, that would be utter catastrophe. So the USDA stepped in and said, hey, you know what, we're gonna buy all the excess milk. Okay, pause. Thought experiment. You're a dairy farmer. You make all of your money by selling milk. And then suddenly, a couple years back, motherfuckers quit drinking milk, aka you made less money. Now the government has come out of left field and said, hey, we're gonna buy all of the milk. What do? You make more fucking milk. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, there was already too much milk. Now there's definitely gonna be too much milk. So naturally, all the milk starts flowing in. The government has absolutely
Let the milk flow.
no idea what to do with it, so they turn it into cheese, that way it doesn't expire. That part makes sense, but now what do you do with all the cheese? They have no clue, so they just throw it underneath a mountain, ignore it, and hope the problem goes away. But
Does it not go bad? Like, it goes bad, right? It's cheese. Cheese goes bad. You doing some weird aging shit in the caves? Like, what is happening to the cheese in the caves?
it doesn't go away because every single presidential administration through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, they all continue to buy up excess milk to prop up the dairy industry, turn it into cheese, and stash it away in these caves. It literally turns into a giant political game of kick the can down the road because nobody wants to be the president that crashes the global economy by not buying enough milk while sitting on top of a mountain of cheese, which, understandable, I don't want to be that guy either. Then, fast forward to 1980, Ronald Reagan, aka the small government guy, gets elected, finds out that the US government is sitting on top of 500 million pounds of cheese and spending $1 million a day to refrigerate and store it, and he
$1 million a day to refrigerate the motherfucking cheese.
looks at this whole issue like a beaver looks at running water. Absolutely fucking not. We can't have it. So his administration goes about figuring out the cheapest way to solve this cheese problem. Obviously, we're gonna throw it all in the ocean. However, having at least the foresight to understand that that would cause political backlash, he wanted to see how the public would receive it, so someone from his administration shows up to a White House press conference with a 5-pound block of moldy cheese and is like, hey, we got 500 million pounds of this shit. How would you guys feel if we threw it in the ocean? It'll be fun. We'll save money on cheese. We're gonna find out if blue whales are lactose intolerant.
The only picture of a whale eating cheese on the internet. I know we're against universal anything and everything, but universal cheese, everyone gets cheese. Or can get cheese? I don't know.
It's gonna be a great science experiment. The public did not go for it. They kind of felt like, hey, I've paid taxes for the last 40 years. You've turned those taxes into cheese. I would at least like the cheese. So then the Reagan administration took the 55-gallon drums of cheese, cut it up into 5-pound blocks, packaged it, and spent the remainder of his administration funneling 300 million pounds of cheese into impoverished and elderly homes.
Is that how Velveeta is made? Because that was like uber pop. That's processed. Pasteurized, processed. American cheese. Is this Velveeta? Is this where Velveeta came from? I love some Velveeta. It's a cheese byproduct. It's not actually considered cheese. Also, you know, American cheese isn't really considered cheese, but it is. It is cheese. It's just this. Interesting. Interesting. This Velveeta sucks. You're just not using Velveeta correctly. Put it in mac and cheese, trust. You got to put some other stuff in there too, but like trust. Yeah, I use Kraft singles when I make like a grilled cheese.
300 million pounds of cheese into impoverished and elderly homes. And this is where we get the saying government cheese from.
You're gonna end up eating a steady diet of government cheese, and living in a van down by the river.
The US government would then
Okay.
continue to give out government cheese until the 1990s when they seemingly ran out, because as of today, all 1.5 billion pounds of under
Are those those are stamps? Yes? Yes. Those are letters. Okay. I was like, is that mold? No.
underground secret cheese in America is privately owned by corporations like Kraft and Velveeta. And this is the part where
Listen, I like both those companies. Cheeses. Cheese is asterisk kind of cheese. Processes cheese adjacent items.
secret cheese in America is privately owned by corporations like Kraft and Velveeta. And this is the part where I wanted to end the video on a happy note of the government made a mistake, they fixed a mistake over 50 years, happy ending, hooray. However, it didn't really make sense because something happened in the 1990s where the government was able to stop buying the excess milk. What happened? And that's when it hit me. It was absolutely the Got Milk ad campaign, the biggest, most iconic ad campaign of all time. I mean, every cafeteria and every
And now the new milk ad campaign, it's not Got Milk, it's milk hydrates better than water, which is fine. The commercials are so odd. They make me horrendously uncomfortable. I've mentioned this before. They're weird. And they're like animated, which again, fine. But like they're just weird. They're odd. I mean, I guess they're trying to like, hey youth, hey kids, you should drink milk. I don't know, man, it's weird.
Every school in America had a bunch of posters of famous athletes with milk mustaches saying, "Got milk, drink your milk." I vividly remember commercials as a child telling me that if I didn't drink enough milk, my arms would literally fall off my body.
Well, Mr. Miller told me he never drinks milk. Look at him.
Oh, that's not good.
All right, then.
This is what inspired an entire generation of Americans to eat and drink more dairy
So milk commercials have always been odd. Understood. They've always just been like that.
products, right? I mean, yeah, probably, but looking back on it now as an adult, doesn't it seem just a little bit weird that it wasn't a particular company putting on all these ads? Like, if there wasn't one company profiting from selling all this milk, where was all the money coming from? I mean, it almost seems like the government launched a giant psychological operation, ad campaign, just so that they could offload milk so they wouldn't have to keep contributing to their mountain of cheese. Well, I'm going to take this off now because that's legit exactly what happened. In 1995, the U.S. government created a nonprofit organization known as Dairy Management Incorporated, and their entire job was to get the American people to eat and drink more dairy products. Literally a cabal of individuals plotting behind the scenes to get people to eat more cheese.
Listen, you know what makes me want to eat something cheese related? When you're watching a cartoon and they make whatever cheese stretch like crazy and it looks delicious. Like it's often pizza slices. Oh my god, the freaking pizza in like the Goofy movie. The Goofy movie pizza? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The Goofy movie. Oh my god. 100% makes me want to eat pizza every time. Or like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know how these I do, but like these animators making cheese look amazing. Pizza, cheese, all that. Oh my god, yes.
Cheesiest conspiracy of all time. And I'm not even kidding. Anything that has ever been sold or marketed that involved way too much cheese on it, this company is behind. Okay, they're the reason that Taco Bell
Assisted Taco Bell with consumer research and trend data to demonstrate the value and appeal that 3 cheeses would deliver to quesadilla customers. As a result, Taco Bell developed and launched a new steak quesadilla item, which featured a blend of cheddar, pepper jack, and mozzarella.
started selling steak quesadillas. They were behind the Got Milk ad campaign. In 2002, when Pizza Hut had the Summer of Cheese event where they put way too much cheese on all their pizzas, this is who was behind it. In 2010, when Domino's almost went out of business, they gave Domino's $12 million to stay in business and then gave them a bunch of cheese so that they could put extra cheese on all of their pizzas, and that was their entire proposition for staying in business. Hey, our pizzas have more cheese on them now, so they're good. It is absolutely insane. So I did it. I found the world's cheesiest conspiracy, but then I found leaked internal documents from DMI.
The amount of weirdly leaked governmental documents. I swear to God.
And they are the funniest fucking thing I have ever read in my entire life. Let me go ahead and read one for you now. It's
Please.
a letter from Pizza Hut to DMI regarding a meeting they recently had. July 6, 1999. Dear Greta, we wanted to express our thanks.
There's no R in there, babe. Gita?
Once again for a wonderful meeting last week. We appreciate your team taking the time to share some very valuable information and creativity during our brainstorming session. Everyone is very excited about the presentation you gave regarding DMI's available resources and cheese industry insights. We look forward to working together to develop many cheese ideas we've discussed. We believe this is going to be a valuable partnership for both Pizza Hut and DMI. Let's sell more pizza and more cheese! Exclamation point. Thank you again for coming to Dallas. We look forward to talking to you soon about our partnership opportunities. We will call you next week to discuss the next steps.
Lady of the Cheese? Lord of the Cheese. I want to be Lady of the Cheese. Listen, more places need to have mozzarella sticks on order. And I don't mean like when you go to a pizza place and they have breadsticks that they put cheese on. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that fried stuff. I'm talking about like put it in a fryer kind of stuff, you know? Love that.
Clearly, Derek, Lord of the Cheese, and Liskrin, Lady of the Cheese. Even they know that this is a fucking joke. Why is this such a joke? Well, because Dairy Management Incorporated...
I do not want beer battered. I don't know what it is about beer battered stuff. It makes me queasy. I don't know why. I don't like beer battered. But like, oh my God, just fry just bread some cheese and fry it, okay? Listen, I'm Southern. I love that shit. Let's go.
While it is a non-profit, they don't actually have to raise money for themselves like most non-profits do because they're also a government checkoff program, which means every dairy farmer in America is legally required, whether they want to or not, to send this company money so that they can advertise on their behalf. And their annual budget is like $140 million a year, with their CEO and top level executives all making right around $1 million per year. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you there is a group of people in America getting paid $1 million to convince Americans that cheese is awesome. Okay, that's like...
Cheese is awesome. Listen. White people like cheese, okay? I love cheese. Cheese is great.
Trying to fucking explain to Stevie Wonder what nothing looks like and getting paid $1 million for it. He already fucking knows that, okay? It makes no goddamn sense. Cheese is so fucking good that it is the one thing on earth that if you are allergic to it, we're not going to say you have a cheese allergy. No, you're lactose intolerant. We're not going to say you're allergic.
You're lactose intolerant, and here's some Lactaid, okay? Take it 30 minutes beforehand and quit being a little bitch. Listen, if you're legitimately lactose intolerant and you don't want to eat anything with dairy in it, I respect you. It's totally fine. I'm sorry for your loss.
Because we all know you're going to eat that shit anyways because the consequences are worth it. Am I upset right now? A little bit. Is it because I'm jealous? Uh-huh. It's basically selling ass candles to dogs and getting paid $1 million for it.
Gross.
It is the most ridiculously easy job on the planet, and I'm so mad that it's not mine.
Hey guys, Lady of the Cheese here. How do we get the youth to drink milk? I know. We'll make creepy animated milk glasses wearing tassels, and we'll make a little jingle that's, what is it? Milk hydrates better than water. And we'll just play that on YouTube. It's fine. I'm disturbed by the milk commercials. I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, keep going on. I guess I don't know, man. I would be like, hey, you know what's in vogue right now? Weightlifting, specifically, because of COVID. Probably, I'm weightlifting. Let's jam as many grams of protein in a milkshake as possible and sell that shit. Would love it if they were a little cheaper. Fair life. Would buy more and drink more just randomly if they were a little cheaper. Because let me tell you what protein does. It fills you faster and also it helps you build your muscles. Could they maybe be a little cheaper for the elite protein? I know it's got 42 grams in it, but it's kind of pricey. Okay? I don't like the powdered ones.
Anyways, I guess if you made it this far in the Unhinged TED Talk, in conclusion, the U.S. government banned alcohol in the 1920s. It set forth a ripple effect through time, and now some dude in 2023 has my dream job of making $1 million a year to convince people of some shit they already knew. And the U.S. has 1.5 billion pounds of cheese hidden in an underground cave network. Fucking the more you know, I guess. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at the Fat Electrician.
To strategically transfer equipment to alternative locations. Steal.
.com, quack bang.
That's kind of a fire shirt.
Out. I'm gonna
Out. On healthcare provider.
fucking cheese.
Yeah, eat some cheese. What cheese y'all got in your fridges? I have some sharp white cheddar. I've got some Rotel dip that I probably need to throw away. I think it's been in there too long because it was leftovers. I do have some of those Fairlife Elite. That's not cheese, it's milk. But Elite protein with the 42 grams is the chocolate flavor. It's chocolate milk. And I have regular milk for when I want to have Count Chocula cereal. I feel like this was before he started putting stuff at the end. Yes, it was, because this was an older one. It was an older one.